Hey guys, Theron Asbury here with Revital Outdoors, bringing you another exciting podcast. Tonight, we're going to have the winning podcast from this last weekend, the Music City Division BFL tournament on Percy Priest. We've already interviewed this guy once, Mr. Brian Carper. He was able to walk away with the victory this past weekend, so congratulations to Brian. He's going to give us his full recap in this podcast, so we're very excited to have him in and talk to him again about Percy Priest. Before we get started, Revital Outdoors is very excited to announce we are doing a $2,500 giveaway. That lucky angler will be selected at the end of the year. All you have to do to enter this $2,500 giveaway is hit the link at the bottom or at the top of the description at the bottom of this video. It just takes 3 seconds to enter in, and then you'll be entered in, and that winner will be selected at the end of the year. So make sure you hit that link. Also, if you haven't already, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Check us out on Facebook and Instagram. And if you've never heard of Revital Outdoors, we're a premium CBD company. We offer premium CBD products to all of our outdoor enthusiasts out there. Our products are THC free, made right here in America. You can purchase them directly off our website. That's going to be www.revitaloutdoors.com. We've got a full lineup of great products, so go check them out. And again, you can purchase them directly off our website. That being said, let's go ahead and bring him in. The newest winner for the Music City division, Mr. Brian Carper. How you doing this evening, bud?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me on.
Absolutely. Well, man, congratulations on your win. Tell us about it a little bit. You know, what were you able to kind of put together in practice, and then what ultimately was victorious for you in the tournament?
Sure. Well, I didn't have much of a practice. I had about 3 hours Thursday, and I knew some areas I wanted to try down lake and mid lake, and I really wanted to stick to my live scope, and I like swim baits and the Alabama rig. It's usually my wintertime pattern, but Thursday I went out and started chucking it, and I quickly at a few different areas had a couple really nice but short smallmouth keepers, 17.5 inches, and then one keeper about 3.5 and a keeper largemouth, and I had to go in. So it was a good practice because it was just enough time to get confidence in something without getting you distracted on doing a lot of other things. So I went into the tournament thinking, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to look for these banks, which were like gravel banks, and they needed to be like have boulder rocks and more like a 4 to 8 foot. I had all smallmouth. It's the first time I've ever waded in all smallmouth. You see people do it, you kind of get a little jealous because it is a beautiful sack to put together. But I was heading to my first spot where I caught most of the fish on that 3-hour practice on Thursday. And when I pulled up, there's already a boat there. So I had one other island that I caught one fish on Thursday, and I started going down that bank, and I had 3 the first pass down about this 100-yard bank. And here for this, pattern for these smallmouth, the boat's typically in like 8 to 12 feet, pea gravel banks with boulders in like 4 to 6 feet. And when the smallmouth move in, they move in large concentrations. I mean, that you could see on the live scope, they were all over the place. Every few yards you'd see one. And I just really committed 4 or 5 hours to that, throwing the Alabama rig, and then I tried a different area and caught some fish for about an hour. Not any that helped me out, but then I went back to the same island. I just tried the other side. It's not a very big island. Tried the other side and had 2-3 strong bites and upgraded again. And ultimately had 7 keepers, and my best 5 was 17, 12, I believe.
Okay. So, what staged? I mean, obviously, it kind of sounds like you were catching them pre-spawn. Is that predominantly what all the anglers, how they were catching them, or was it where you just found something special that maybe other anglers didn't find? Or
yeah, it really was just a gem for the day. I mean, we've got a lot of big sticks in this division, and we had a double-sized division because a lot of the North Alabama guys were coming up to try to make their way into the regional, which is at Pickwick. So instead of 70 boats or so, we had 130, and it was really tough. I mean, it went 17, 16 to 13 pounds, and it dropped off from there quickly. I think like 20th place. The last check was just a few, 6, 7 pounds. So I really just ran into an area that luckily through time on the water over the years and guiding, but I do credit the live scope a lot. Helped me stay put. I had confidence they were there. They were helping me, giving me a bite a little, quickly in the morning. I had my limit by 8:30, but I could see them, and they were just active enough where I didn't want to leave. I wasn't tempted to leave. So, it wasn't one of those stressful days of trying to put something together. It was a fun day, and I'm glad it went as smooth as it did.
I got you. I got you. So give us a quick rundown without going into too many specific. What was the baits of choice that you had on your deck?
Yeah, I threw the Alabama rig all day.
Okay.
I picked up a popper and at one spot for about 3 casts, and we had high winds, and that didn't work very well. But I use a Torrent Outdoor stone roller swim bait. It's locally made here, Torrent Outdoors, and I was using a 3 and a 4 inch around the sides, and then I had one big 5 inch Kitech in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
And that one in the middle was all the other outsides were a shad pattern, and the center one was switching colors between like electric shad and a sexy shad, kind of a bluish green look to it. And I don't know if that had played a big role or not, but it's the smallmouth might have liked that pop and center big bait a little bit because they were hitting it hard, almost like stripers or hybrid. I mean, they would knock it and put slack in it, and you'd have to reel up and almost set it like a jig. I mean, they were very aggressive for us.
Okay. Okay. Do you like to throw braid or fluorocarbon with your Alabama rig?
I throw straight braid.
Throw straight braid. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
on this lake with the water clarity, it's not a hindrance at all. Some lakes very well may be, and I know some guys use fluoro leaders, and but here my co-angler was breaking them off, having backlashes, and he said, "My leader keeps breaking." I said, just take that off, man. Just go straight braid. You'll be okay. Trust me." So
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. So what was your overall weight?
it was 17-12.
Okay, 17 pounds. So good for you. So, well, you're already in for that regional. You win, you're in. So, what's your goals throughout the rest of the year?
Well, I just watched or a little press release they put out from when I got the trophy, and I think I'll probably stick to that. And I told them there, I just came off the ABA win. I don't fish a ton of tournaments anymore. I used to do. I think I've done 80 BFLs over the last 20 years, and I enjoy them. But in life, there are some different passions of mine. But winning. Excuse the dog.
Oh, you're good. You're good.
Winning the winning the ABA in end of February, and this one here the BFL. That's probably the pinnacle of my success with where I want to go. So I told them I think I'm just going to sit back and ride cloud nine a little bit. So we've got some fun big charity events coming up, and hopefully we can execute there and pass the check if we were to win over to help that cause. So I'd like to really do well in some of those, but I'm kind of a homebody, and I like to fish the tournaments when they come in, and thankful that they went the way they had this year so far.
Good for you. There's nothing wrong with just kind of sitting back. Not necessarily ending on a high note, but just taking a break. You've had a couple of good tournaments this year, and just fishing what makes you happy and what's fun, and just staying local with it.
Yeah.
So for sure. So, well, Brian, I know we mentioned in the last podcast we did with you, I think it was a preview to Percy Priest because you had a top 5 finish from last year. But I know you got a great family support system, a lot of people that help you out in the area. So, anybody else that you'd like to give a shout out to before we let you go?
Yeah, really, I would say this time again, Clark Marine. They are always there. The big Camus dealer. Camus is the boat I run, and they help provide. We have a great sponsorship, and when I have issues, and I even had one on this tournament. I just got back from Clark. My starter went out in the tournament with 50 minutes left, and I had to run in with one of my other friends with my fish and keep my co-angler on the boat. And it was it's a brand new boat, a week old, and it was just a bad starter, a manufacturer issue. And even today, I went over there and told them I got some things coming up. They swapped it out, figured it out, let me drive home with it. They're busy, so they're huge for me, and they're great people, even more than just the service they provide. So Park Marine for sure, and they can hear me in the room, but my family is a big support, and that helps a lot mentally and physically, and everything that goes with fishing every day.
Absolutely. So, well, from all of us at Revital Outdoors, thank you for tuning in this podcast. Again, you've been listening to Mr. Brian Carper, the newest winner in the Music City division. He just walked away with the victory at Percy Priest Lake. So, Brian, once again, honored to have you on our podcast. I know you're going to take a step back, but hopefully we have you back on again soon one of these days. I know you're still going to be fishing. So, thank you for taking time out of your evening to come back on. So before we let everybody go, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel if you haven't already. And then you've been seeing the scrolling banner below this video. Make sure you hit that link at the top of the description right below this video. Enter into our $2,500 sweepstakes giveaway. Again, that will be at the end of the season. A lucky angler will be chosen. Just takes 3 seconds to enter, so make sure you do that. From all of us at Revital Outdoors, thank you for tuning in to this podcast. Be safe out there. God bless. Thank you to Brian again. We'll talk to everyone very, very soon.